is, I think they got the wrong number on there.
For our November 17th meeting, appreciate that very much, and it's a cold and windy night, hope everybody's doing okay. We are going to be missing Vernon tonight, had a conflict in traveling and so forth, so he's some distance away, won't be able to make it. So as usual, we'll do a public comment on agenda items, if anybody has anything. Yes, sir.
Paul Lennon, Patriot Lane. I just gave to Chris that on resolution 12-183, SBL 121-1-1.100, should that be 100 or should that be 122?
1.100, they were double checked.
What it? I didn't find it. Did you find it on there, Chris? 100?
So I actually don't have a login for the Orange County Clerk's office.
Just look on Orange County tax map.
It's on public.
Yeah, it's public. Orange County parcel search. Okay, so that's one.
You're saying it should be 122?
I think it should be 122. It's Casas's property, right?
What parcel was it?
It says 121-1-1.100.
Right.
And the only, if you go onto the parcels, it's his two parcels on that, we're talking about, what's with Mongolian Farm or whatever, Casas's property, right? Right?
I don't believe that is that parcel. I think that what you're referring to is a different parcel.
Well, 122 comes up as the farm parcel, so 100 is different, you're saying? Okay. All right, we'll have to look into that. I think it's wrong, because 100.100 doesn't show up on a parcel search in the town of Blooming Grove.
Okay.
On this, now, all of these, now, when we first started talking about these, before you even do this resolution, do you not have to amend the code?
We did.
You amended the code?
That
When
was-
did you amend the code to knock off the facility charges for these parcels?
We changed the code last meeting. We did the local law.
To do
First, we
what?
had the public
Saying
hearing.
what? Saying what?
We changed the language in it. I don't have it in front of me, Paul. I'll be glad to look it up.
Well, because the old code, there's
Chris?
nine subsections. I don't remember changing the code, but there's 9 subsections on how facility rates are charged.
Correct.
You changed all of those, I was at that last meeting, I don't remember that. I have to look at the minutes on that.
Chris is looking it up.
While he's looking that up, how about 1551 through 208? He doesn't have sewer?
No,
Did you go down his basement?
we have verified that there is no sewer there. He's on a septic system.
You went down the basement?
I went by what my water department says.
Okay, I went down the basement, there's something there. That guy moved in there in 2017. Now I have my own opinion, but I was down the basement, because there was an issue when he moved in about water and sewer also. And I was down the basement.
What
That's
property was that?
1551 208, 1019. I was down that basement. The vacant land is okay, it's 25 South Street. And again, 25 South Street, were they being charged facility fees? The Figs Place, that strip mall there? Were they being charged facility fees?
Yes,
Yes, right?
yes.
And again, you're saying we changed the code at the last meeting.
We changed the local law.
To include the language to do this resolution tonight.
But you have to change the code, the E code, no?
The code is
So-
the local law.
So we're confusing two separate things here. The local law that was passed last meeting is a valid local law. I don't have it in my files for some reason immediately. It's not, but I can figure out where it is. What you're talking about, there was passed a resolution to adopt the 2015 recodification of the code book.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a public hearing tonight. That's not happening because, for some reason or other, it was not noticed to the
Okay.
newspaper, so we're gonna push that back to next month. But the local laws that were passed this year, actually from 2015 on, are still valid local laws.
But can you pass, doesn't the local law have to match the code?
The local
existing
law
code?
modifies the code.
And I don't know that that was done at that last meeting, there's 9, like I said, there's 9 subdivisions. Here, I'll give you this, I got it written on this one, here. This is a copy of what what we have as a local law. So you're saying all 9 subdivisions were changed? That require, like, for instance, it says, it says each church shall be charged 1 unit, each parish house shall be charged 1 unit. Now, I don't know what the 109 is on Father T&E Circle, but it's something. And also, it says any, impose a period on a fee on any parcel of real property in the village. You're saying at the last meeting, that was all changed?
Saying we adopted a local law that allows us to exempt properties that are not using the sewer system or not sewer
But that-
eligible.
Yeah, they're not connected.
But that local law contradicts the existing code.
Right, but I can't find the local law for some reason now, but generally local laws have a provision in them that say something like any currently existing provision to the contrary is withdrawn.
Okay. And then you also, you have one on Whistle Post, you don't have that one listed here.
I may have missed one. If I missed one, I'm sure it will be brought to my attention.
115,520.
What is it?
115,520. I think that they're on septic also. Now, the thing is, and again, you changed it, but in that case, 115,520, it's like 62 East Main Street, they have a septic also.
Correct.
But their distance from the main is sufficient to exclude them from being charged, from what we understood back then.
Correct.
But Whistle Post, her septic is probably on top of the sewer line going to the treatment plant, where they're supposed to be hooked up.
And you know that septic because you know the people there?
I know that septic because I don't know the people. I was down there looking at the septic and wanting to know why things weren't being charged, just like she's doing right now. And there is a septic. The homeowner showed me.
So was Whistle Post charged for facility use, or has not been? Or do we
I have to
any-
research it.
We'll
I
have
can
to
check.
look.
The homeowner pointed out the leach field. She said, oh, that's a leach field, and that, okay.
So you went to the lady's house?
Yep, I was down there.
And you were in the basement?
No, the leach field is outside, it's not in the basement, but I was in the basement of the red house down on 1551, yes.
Circling back on the tax lots, I think that Paul might be correct. Under the 121-1 tax lots,
Right.
the only one that is showing up in the county's tax map is 121-1-1.122. I do not see a 100.
I'm not seeing that one either.
Yeah. So I think Paul's right there.
Yeah, he's got 122 and 122-1, there's two lots.
Yeah.
So, but those, numbers changed when they did a recent subdivision over there and lot line moved?
Mhm.
So that may not be updated on there?
That one,
So
different places, same lot.
I will check into it further though.
All right, so we'll take that one off. We need to investigate the 115.5 dash.
I think that's the SB, it's 11. It's 11 Whistle Post is the address. Because that's the one with they got a big lawn there
There's a
where
number of
they,
houses back there, and she's the only one that's on septic?
Unless that's
believe it or not, yeah, that's why I went back there, because I couldn't believe it either.
one, so.
And what made you think they were on septic?
Something with the billings, again, they
Does this go back to when you were doing?
yeah, way
water
back,
and
yeah,
sewer?
yeah.
Okay,
and to add more confusion,
sure.
The Kazazas say that the tax lot number is 121-1-1.1. So let's just add another layer of confusion there.
Okay.
And they represented that last month.
Okay, so let's look into the Kazaza Farm. The 100 versus the 122, Whistle Post, and 1551. So the 10-1, the 10-1-9, 10-1-8, 117, 212, 118, 1-6.
Yeah, the 10-1-8, the 1553, they're on septic also?
Yeah, the one is, they're in septic, and one is just, it's a sliver of land that's actually in the village.
That's farther up, that's 117, 212, 48 South Street. I agree with that, but the 1553, I know, I was going crazy with those two numbers, with those two parcels also. 1553 and 1551, and the guy at 1551, you know, he just, I had questions about him, because he was trying to get around something.
Okay. Pardon? No, we need to
Just verify the numbers.
verify but we need more than this. We need to see the maps and what the parcel is, et cetera. We need to see the layout of the map, all that good stuff.
Remember, he just had a lot
Yeah,
line
he
change.
did the
Well,
lot
that's
line
what it
change
says.
for the house,
I do have those.
for the Kazaza house. He did that, what, last year, the year before? A year
Well,
ago?
that would have been caught up on the Orange County thing by now.
Mhm.
Should be, yeah. All right, so everything else is valid?
To the best of my
Everyone's valid?
knowledge.
Right, okay. Okay.
Can
Anything
I ask,
else?
can I ask why you're doing that?
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, why did you change it to eliminate those facility fees?
Is it fair to charge somebody a fee that for something they will never use?
Well, you can't say never, because on a Casaza property, he's got, what, 24 connections in there? And if you build something there, you're gonna use them.
If you build something, then this would change.
Okay, so why keep on changing it back and forth? You've already had a code, you already had a code in place saying these are the facility fees, and it's been since 1731. It's that code, whatever, that code's been there for a long time, and now we're gonna come up with a change, we're gonna say, okay, you don't have to pay facility fees anymore.
Well,
Should 25 South Street be told, listen, you got a sewer line right there. The law says, the code says, you need to hook up.
not all,
And the
the-
guy, when we did that, it cost him a lot of money. He understood it. I forget who owned that property. I forget who we talked to at the time. But it was gonna cost a lot of money for him to hook up to the sewer rather than the septic. Should somebody have a septic over there? According to the code, as it was, no, they shouldn't have a septic. They should be hooking up to the sewer line, which is right there.
so let me ask you this, okay, so you're saying the village code says this is, you have to pay it, yet we don't charge the people over on Cardinal and that over there.
The sewer lines don't run over there.
There were no lines.
The sewer lines don't run over there.
Okay,
And that's what you were talking about when you were talking about coming up with this. The sewer lines don't run over there.
And properties on Lark Street. You still have a septic over on Lark.
If the sewer line is not there, on South Street, there's a sewer line. If there's no sewer line on Lark Street, how can you hook up to it?
I don't mean to interrupt, but a lot of villages and towns are, if you're within a certain distance of a sewer line, you're charged the fee whether you join it or not.
And there's a lot of ones also where if you're not hooked up, you're not charged, so that's, a 50-50
My
point.
mother's across the road, and about 20 houses in, and the whole development's charged for sewer. They
So,
don't have it.
I'm just saying, it goes all over, it's different, so we're trying to be fair to people who are not using a service, not to make them pay for that service.
But across the river, I understand, but if the line is there and they decide not to tap into it, shame on them.
There was a house on Bull Road forever that wasn't tapped in, and it finally did, and I think there's still one over there that's not tapped in.
So that's, shame on us.
Shame on them.
Shame on us, shame on the village for not making these. And
When it's offered,
us,
then it's
and
keeping
you,
the ground
and
better.
Tom, and everybody else who's been around, shame on us if we didn't make them do that. Because that was the code at the time. That was the code, you need to hook up.
Well, the code was that if you were developing, you have to tie into it. When Rieger created all those homes had to tie in.
And if you look in that code that I just gave Chris, it tells you every instance, every reason in the 9 subdivisions for, even if it's vacant, residential vacant land, based on how many single-family houses could be built there, and that comes into Rieger's property, it'll tell you it should be charged for 1 hookup per whatever.
Listen, I can remember when Kazaza was being charged for 60 sewer units. And Kazaza came before the village board and asked that that be waived because he was just a farm at the time, and the village board waived that.
60?
60.
I don't remember that, you'd
That
have
was
to
in
show
the
me that.
1990s, I was at
Yeah?
that meeting.
And then it went down, he's doing what, 24, 27, something like that? On that
No.
land now?
No, he's
How
not,
many does he have on that land right now?
none.
It's
He's not
buried in the
paying any
ground.
facility use charges on that land?
Well, facility use, but he has hookups on that land. He has hookups on that land.
Correct, but they're dormant.
They're dormant, but you could hook up to them. That's,
And if somebody
Well,
hooks
if there's
up,
a house there or whatever is finally developed,
I'm
they
going
will
by
connect.
what the code said. My question was just why, at this point in time, do we suddenly feel sorry for people and when we had a code for years saying this is how the facility rents are charged. And it was throughout the village. Everybody was the same thing, and now we want to change it. I was just curious, why?
and
well, I think again, we're trying to be fair to people that maybe cannot connect. I think what we need to do, and it's gonna take legwork, but need to go into each one of these situations and figure out why. Because it just becomes engineering, and who's gonna be, the responsibility of installing the sewer
Oh,
line?
Like I said,
All
25
right.
South Street, he could hook up, but it was gonna cost him a bunch of money.
Okay, so,
And he didn't wanna
since that
spend the
house has
money.
been here in the early 70s, probably late 60s, and when sewers were brought up South Street, yeah, okay, why? Why wasn't he?
I don't know.
And if at 1551, why? I mean, 62, okay, it's an engineering complexity, why? I mean, and we're just trying to, again, be fair to people that potentially could not connect. So what we would probably need to do is go back, review the law, and see for each one of these homes, if there is a sewer line running in front of it and it's within the proximity of the law, then by code, they're supposed to connect. And unless there's something in the
That's what
file
I'm saying.
that says, for some reason it was waived, it didn't happen. I mean, the funny thing is, we just found files that represent an agreement between village and all the homeowners for a short-term and a long-term easement on all the properties on South Street
permanent easement.
with a permanent easement for all of the grinder pumps that were installed.
1986.
We heard about them, and we were flipping through a drawer one day, and holy mollies, there it is, all of them. So now they're all filed, and they're gonna be in the property files of all of those particular homeowners. So that documentation is there, it's safe, and it's sound, where it belongs.
That was the one document that wasn't destroyed in the flood at the old village hall.
Well, there's
That was the one.
okay. But, yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll table it, and we'll take a step back,
Okay.
and we will review the law.
And finally have a copy. Thank you, Michelle.
Okay.
And what the law did is it amended this by adding a subsection C after here.
Okay,
Undeveloped parcels are not charged sewage facilities. If it's developed, it is then charged as sewer facility. Parcels that cannot connect to the sewer are not charged a facility. If they can connect, then it should be charged a facility.
Right.
so there you go, that's
Yeah.
25,
Yeah.
South Street should be charged.
So there's your
according to
answer.
that, what you just read.
We'd have to double check with an engineer on that.
Well,
Yeah, it's the connectivity piece, is and again, going into the file,
oh, he
see
can
if
do
there
it,
was
because
some
he checked
reason.
into it.
Just like 62 can't connect because of engineering, it's too far off the main.
Mhm.
We'd
So
have
we
to do
did-
the same.
We need to do that
Well,
due diligence, which is
you
gonna
know,
take time.
And you
Well,
know,
we'll do one at a time.
1551 is close enough to the
That's
sewer
all.
line.
Pardon?
1551's close enough to the sewer line.
I don't know exactly where the sewer line is,
It's
so I'm not
developed
gonna
and-
speak for the engineering department.
Yeah,
I think you're just rushing into it, I think you gotta look into it.
we'll table it.
But we can pass the other ones.
I think you should
We
table the whole
need
thing.
to know which ones
Yeah.
are not in proximity
You can't,
of a sewer line. That's the question.
Well, the one, like the last one, that's the cemetery.
Okay, that's a win.
I just wanted to have that.
But why don't we just table it, we can go back, we can relook at this and put it on the agenda for the ones that are absolutely a sliver of land, a cemetery, and anything else that's the obvious of obviouses. And the ones that are in front, we'll need to understand if there is an engineering, we'll review the municipal files and see what we can find. We just need to do more homework, that's all. Okay, anything else? Yeah, Sean.
Sean Hager, had a different subject. On the events that go on in the village, as you know, I recently sent in, like, go walking past the dog park, and there's stuff in the trees 2 or 3 weeks after Halloween, and there's stuff on the ground, and who is in charge of putting it up there, and then who's in charge of should be taking it down? Is it the DPW puts it up?
No, the events committee is putting it up, and
Then-
DPW was assisting, and it was missed.
Okay.
So when I
Well-
saw your email, we.
It was not only this, they still have the yellow police tape, the caution stuff is mixed in that over there, they never picked up that. They seem to only do exactly what you tell them to do, the stuff off the trees and the sandbags.
Well-
They did clean up the dog park.
Okay.
So they leave the yellow warning caution tape, scary stuff on the ground, they don't pick that up?
You should.
They didn't, though.
I'm just,
That's, and that's not the only time, the last time somebody left stuff in there, I sent the same thing in, and they just took exactly what the complaint was, and there was other stuff left beyond.
well,
But it should be just as you charge Knights of Columbus, I'm not charging, but you make them clean up
Yeah.
and reseed, the events committee should take care of it, not the DPW. There's vendors in there making money, correct?
sure.
There's no reason we should be doing it. If they're doing it, let them pay for it, let them clean it up. And let them take their stuff out of there with them. If they leave it behind, fine.
Yeah.
It was 20 sandbags maybe, I don't know what the stuff on the
Well,
trees.
the
They
sandbags
should
and
have
stuff,
taken it back.
that was all village. That was all ours.
Well, they just cut
Yeah,
them
we
open and threw it
forgot.
on the ground, they should have saved them, if it was village property.
That was ours.
But-
Point taken.
They need to take care of, not just, pick up that one limb over there and there's 20 over here, they need to do it all.
Sure. Absolutely.
That's it for agenda for me, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anybody else? All right, then we will get into, announcements, discussion. So, paving of Potomac and Bristol was completed today. They're looking really much better, so project closed, that's all good. Poolville is scheduled for December 6th, 2025 from 2 to 5, and then fire truck parade will commence at its normal time from 6 to approximately 7:30, having Santa off the Monell fire truck. So if anybody is interested, it'll be posted, it's a lot of fun. If anybody wants to put in a float or anything to that effect, you're welcome to do so. Just reach out to either us or Paul Neiman at Monell Engine Company, and he can get you the application and assist in that endeavor. Due to the Windows 11 requirements and a lot of our equipment is older, the timing has come for us to, for anybody that had an older desktop is being upgraded, anyone that had an older laptop is being upgraded as well to meet the Windows 11 requirements. We are also looking at one server that we still have on site here and getting that potentially upgraded so that the software will be basically in the cloud with the Edmunds software. Specifically, it will be the building department's software getting off this old beefed up, more of a PC than anything else, so we're working in that direction to take care of the hardware of our building across the board between police, DPW, and the village hall.
Tom, did they replace the computers already? Because otherwise that's a security risk. 'Cause those are-
As of October 25th, I believe,
They
they
did,
were
right.
not going to be doing any further updates.
No, but did you get new computers now? Because if you don't, then you're
They're,
at risk.
they're being built right now. We have this, what we have today is protected. There's no further updates that would be coming.
Right, but as long as you're protected, because if you didn't get the new computers to run Windows 11, it's a security risk. You have security,
Oh, yeah, no, we got tons of, we have a very good IT department. They're constantly testing the end users by sending them, I'll call false emails, things that look a little suspicious.
why didn't they upgrade the system sooner, knowing that was almost a year in advance? Like, because I mean, I myself waited till the end to do it,
Mhm.
but why didn't the village do it sooner?
Well, we just started actually talking about it probably a month ago, and why, I don't know, to be totally honest with you. But, yeah, I mean, everything that we've tested hits. I'm talking to a company that I met the other day at a Orange County meeting for them to do a penetration test to see what they could possibly do. But there was actually a file on my machine that looked a little unusual to them. They caught it, they dialed right in, they cleaned it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying, if
so
this
the
was
software
something that's
that they
very
have is very
important, I
good.
think that would have been a priority, like, this is something that was important. I would
Well, it
like-
is important, that's
No, I'd
why
like
we're
to get the
addressing
new
it.
systems
But again,
before that.
We're only talking from October, where the last updates were offered in that version of Windows 10. So those machines are actually probably built. They're in the process of copying the data off of our desktops and creating everything on the new machines. And the rest of this stuff will be in the cloud, and they're working on Windows 360 or Outlook 365. So that'll be up in the cloud as well. Okay. NICOM legislative priority meeting. There was a meeting on Thursday. A lot of the things, this is basically for a meeting that will be coming up in the beginning of February with the towns and villages to have their discussions in cities, to have their meetings with the legislative groups. NICOM is our New York State organization of Conference of Mayors, and it's broken into finance and different arenas. So one of the things in the finance area that we're looking to increase, of course, is our state aid to the cities and villages. That's been pretty much frozen, so that's a priority. Provide dedicated funding for water, local water and sewer infrastructure projects that become an emergency. So it's not a long process to try to get that type of funding. And we'll post this stuff online so you can, if you're interested in the details. There's a lot of verbiage behind all of this and the explanation from the attorneys and the committees that put this all together. And it was a big vote across the organization of setting the priorities and who was kind of in favor of the highest 1, 2, 3, or 4 items on the list. The other item that we're looking to have increase is the CHIP funding for our roads. As we know, the village doesn't get a lot of money for that. So we're, in other cases, other villages are getting, and towns are getting a tremendous amount of money. So we're trying to work on and understand what their formula is so that it's a little bit more fairer for everybody across the board. They're also looking at the tax cap disincentives. One of the big things in there is that tax cap would not include ambulance corps funds. That right now is included in the tax cap, so if anybody has an ambulance corps under a village budget, that amount is included in the tax cap itself. What they're trying to do is carve that out so it doesn't affect, it will help the villages and cities manage the tax cap a little better. Also, they're looking to streamline and create a statewide real-time grant clearinghouse for municipalities, because currently the process is really burdensome, takes a very long time. Let's see this one. Some of the communities were interested in reinstating funding for the Restore New York community initiatives. That was for us, what a real big one. Under energy environment, establish building electricity flexibility, trying to get away where this current administration wants everything to be electric, and they're phasing out gas, they're phasing out every other mode, and we're fighting that very, very hard. And also alternative energy resources that could be out there, whatever that might be. So it's really, that's a huge priority for everybody that voted on all of this. Also looking at solar projects, expanding pilot programs. They're looking at thermal energy network opportunities to see if there's any potential things that would help the villages and the cities. We just talked about cybersecurity to some degree, so they're working on an effort to strengthen the cybersecurity across the public entities. That's a huge endeavor. Also for water and contamination and protection, part of that is that I think everybody's aware that we've had the lead service and line replacement surveys going on over the last year, and identifying anybody that's in the village that has lead, how we can basically replace those lines without, and asking the state for some type of funding when we know exactly how many lines and homes are affected. Let's see. Another one that was just across, and again, because it's across New York State, is the prevention and response to harmful algae blooms for ponds. That was one for Upper New York State. They want to modernize the legal notice requirements, because currently it's still the old-fashioned way. It has to be in a newspaper, and newspapers are really not, I want to say, out there as much as they used to be, or at least on a daily basis. So they're looking at ways that this could be put on a website. Also to permit online bidding versus the archaic way it's being done currently. Update New York e-bike status. They're looking at licensing bikes that go over 25 miles an hour. Also to amend the application calculations on prevailing wages based upon a dollar amount of $50,000 that they're looking at or requesting that any contract under that amount would be exempt from the prevailing wage. And let's see. Okay, under employee relations, they had increased public employee retirement salary cap, so if everybody that was retired could only make $35,000, they're trying to up that to $50,000. And also the consideration and bail determinations, they're trying to give the judges more bite. So if there is somebody that's has some past criminal conviction records and things that really are sticking out, that they can take more of a serious approach to the crime and what that person did. Also, there's one for the villages and the cities that there's residency requirements for appointed public officials, trying to expand that not only to the community itself, but the county and associated nearby counties that adjoin or abut your current. We're in Orange, it would be Putnam, Dutchess, Sullivan, for when somebody would be looking for a job. Because a lot of the towns and villages or cities, it says specifically they have to live in the village. And obviously, that was probably something great 50 years ago, but in today's world, you know, you've got to expand your horizons a little bit on talent, et cetera. Let's see. Okay, next. That was really the highlights of everything, and all of this will be discussed and presented to legislators in the meeting that will take place February 1st, 2nd, and 3rd up in Albany. Thank you for your time on that. Okay. 5, we have the Lions Club. They're would like to donate some additional playground equipment to the Village Park over at Memorial. We're waiting for the concept of and the placement of the equipment from the landscape company or the playground company. And as soon as we receive that, we'll take a deeper dive. It's a couple of pieces of equipment, and the donation amount is in the amount of $33,479. So that's always welcome. We did put in a couple of new pieces of equipment this past year.
Looks like a
Yes,
slide.
question, is there a camera over that way? Do we have a camera monitoring that playground?
Yes, we do.
Because a lot of teenagers try to destroy it.
Yeah, we're installing them on all parks. We're working on Burn Allen right now. We just had a line installed from Spectrum. We have cameras currently at Woodfield, but we're having a hardware glitch with these things. So the technology guys are working on that. But we have cameras downtown. Memorial Park is covered. Our water is covered. DPW is covered. Downtown, the intersection, EJ Square, and we're expanding out to Municipal Lot as well. What's that? Yeah, there's a camera in front of PD too. Then also we're having a discussion with Johnson Controls for an energy audit of all of our electrical usage and trying to see if there's anything that we can do to obviously save power. And Steve has taken the reins on that, as well as a conversation with a solar company to see what our possibilities would be, cost savings, et cetera, if we were to have solar for the village hall, the DPW, and potentially the waterworks. So we're working on that. More information to follow. We'll put some information online in regards to the Enhanced STAR program, some of the changes that are taking effect. In short, the level has gone up from 88, or actually it's been raised to $107,300 for 25-26 school years, and it'll be raised to $110,750 in the school year of 26-27. So we'll put this online. It should be, I would assume, too, on the town website. Because we use the town assessors for anything that we're doing currently in the village. Let's see, Woodfield Park upgrade. We're putting out a survey for just an interest. We're going to send it to the schools, I think, the middle school, the high school. It'll be online, and we just want a survey as to what people think about the park, what they think the park could use. We have done that work on the area where there's, it's not skateboarding, but the skateboarding,
Well,
right?
just paved now.
Yeah, it's
Less
paved.
skateboarding.
But what we could actually do with that and see what the interest is out there. Do we do a portion of skateboarding, basketball court, what would be the interest? So that'll be coming out shortly. And
Put it on the website and maybe on our Facebook page.
yeah. This would be good. Okay, so that's the general notices for water sewer billing. Do you have any updates? Anybody?
Bills are out, payments are coming in slowly but surely. We will be, again, this year, setting out the letter in December for anybody who has not paid, giving them time to pay before the re-levy is done. Last year, we had a lot of success with that, so we're hoping again this year. So people's escrow accounts don't go up as rapidly because of water and sewer being re-levied on them.
Thank you. Building department update. Anything?
Department update, the bi-monthly report for the dates of between November 1st and the 15th. We pulled in approximately $2,305 in revenue. Zero of that was for fire safety inspections. That does not mean that they were not done, it just means that fees were not collected. Municipal searches collected $875. Permit fees, $1,430. Like I mentioned at the last meeting, BI is working on the businesses first. Restaurants priority, then the other businesses will start between now and more likely January, February.
Anything else? Thank you. Steve, you have anything on police?
Not much. We just got the list to replace one of our executives. We're doing interviews shortly. We will keep you posted.
Thank you. And Vernon is absent this evening, but I know he is working with the new grant company that we had contacted, G&G, for. I know there's some water infrastructure grants that we're searching out. We're also looking, that would include a back truck. And we have a couple of calls out to different municipalities, if anybody, if they'd be interested in sharing the truck, which the state looks a little bit more highly on shared services than an individual buy, so we'll see where that goes. I think that was it. Anything else anybody had? Okay, if not, we'll jump into the resolutions. Resolution 12-181 to schedule a public hearing for local law number 5 for filming production in the village.
We bring
I
the
thought
table.
we
We
tabled
tabled
it.
that.
You weren't here,
Tabled it.
sorry.
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask why?
Didn't go
We
on
didn't,
tape.
we didn't have the resolution.
Oh, that helps. Okay.
I will have the resolution for the next meeting, now that I know I
Thank
need
you
it.
very much. Okay, table, thank you very kindly. Okay. I'm sorry,
There's a second one we're tabling.
which one?
The,
The one we just discussed,
In the facility.
oh, yes, sorry.
right, facilities?
Yeah, we're gonna table that one.
Okay, that one's tabled. So resolution 12-182 to approve the auction of the Lee Boy Roller Model 300, serial number 186, Swenson Sander, serial number 36027, 39810, ACS plow model, pound sign HYUNDAI HL720-3. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Steve, I have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Donna. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes 4-0-1. Thank you. Next resolution is tabled. Further discussion. There. Next is a resolution. Following resolution was duly offered and seconded by resolution to approve written notice of the intent to remove Pat Mitchell from the Village of Washingtonville Board of Ethics. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Steve, have a second, please?
Second.
Second, Donna. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0-1. And if you don't mind, I'm just gonna back up on that one, if I could just do a roll call. So, let's see. Deputy Mayor Presser, Wolski,
Aye.
trustee Jennifer Russo.
Aye.
Vernon is absent. Mayor is yes. Okay. So 401. Thank you. Thank you.
Clarification on that, that was to remove Pat Mitchell?
Yes.
Correct.
Well, no, it's under the code. Under the code, the board has to send a letter,
Yeah.
written notice of its intent to remove, and give the board member time to respond. What they just approved was the letter being sent.
Oh, okay.
There will be a
She'll get
separate,
certified mail, she has 10 days to reply, and then the following meeting, we will bring it to a vote.
Is she looking to get removed, or
I'm sorry?
is she looking to be removed? Or you guys want to remove?
We requested a resignation, she agreed, we did not get the letter.
Oh, okay, she's
So-
great.
We're moving forward with what we need to do.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. And now I just need a motion to approve the abstracts transfers.
Move it.
Steve's on the motion,
I'll second.
second. Susan. Questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 401. Just take a look at this one, that's really- found it. Okay. Very good. You don't mind passing that around? Thank you. Alrighty, that moves into the next area for public comment on non-agenda. Sean?
I have 4 questions. One is, did you figure out, at one point you said if we have a question at one meeting, you'll try to answer at the next meeting.
Sure.
Who is legally responsible for the sidewalks? All the sidewalks in front of people's houses?
Village,
All sidewalks or the villages?
yes.
Then you better start getting them fixed before you start getting sued.
I said that.
No, we're well aware of sidewalks and their conditions, and
I would
it's been a
start taking them
long,
off or something.
Sean, it's been a long, long time. Roads, curbs, sidewalks, the whole thing. You know, it's funny, I was driving through after we were doing these 2 little cul-de-sacs, and I had them $5 million, I'd make this place look like a palace. But we don't have that kind of money to do, and what we have, and what we've done since '23, I think is admirable. And we have not, every year we've done something,
Every administration has done something every year.
well, I don't
Some
know if I'd go
of the
that far,
sidewalks
but
are
anyway.
pushed up by roots, things that, naturally happen. And it's,
Of course,
some of them have been destroyed by the DPW. Over on Ahern by the outfall, the digger over there, the sidewalk's all cracked up. It's not bad enough to trip over, but they destroyed it. So, and that's 3 years ago it was destroyed.
and where is this?
On Ahern, where the outfall is, comes down off the hill and goes under.
You talking by Vern Allen Park?
No, about halfway between Burn Allen and here. They were over there digging when they were cleaning it out 3 years
Okay.
ago. They broke up the sidewalk in multiple places, and it's been left that way. That is definitely on Greenland. That's ours, I know that.
Yeah.
It's not bad enough to trip, but it was never repaired. And there's a few like that in places, and it wasn't always the DPW or some other
Sean,
contractor.
there is no doubt in my mind, and I could, we could talk about sidewalks. We know there's a lot of sidewalks that need repair. There's a ton of curb work that needs to be done.
What I'm
The
trying to say to you
problem
is, there's some that you need to take off.
Well, we're
The sidewalks
doing,
that high from each other.
we
They painted them red.
we just took care of North Street, and whatever we could, there's no sidewalks on Pullman, but we took care of all the drainage, we took care of the sidewalks, bad curbs. We are moving around the village
I
to address
understand
these, and the only thing I can say, Sean, you're a great guy to see something, take a picture, email us, tell us where you were walking and where that slab is.
I'm not doing
And
that
we'll-
anymore. You put the one complaint I had online. Now, another person I spoke to after that said, you'd given her up to somebody else saying she complained about leaves he put in the street. And you're saying, give us the names. You know who I'm talking
When you
about.
fill out an
Oh, yeah.
incident report, it gets funneled to the department that addresses those issues.
What I'm telling you
It
is,
keeps it more organized.
It's, I don't care if it's organized or not, it's the
But that's
exposure.
how things get done.
That should never have been done, and the lady's name should never have been said.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, but he told me the name as I was
Which was a
mentioning
lie.
to him.
It was not her.
Well, I'm just telling you what he told me the name, so I thought it was kind of funny.
He claims you said it to him,
So,
because he went at the lady.
Today's world, I don't think I would use names though, see if the
Mhm.
Well, why would anybody put the name on anything?
Neutral, as a neutral person in today's world, I don't think I would put names, the way people are so irate in the world. I think
DPW
that's-
was all over the
do
place.
that.
I see Chris driving around in the old inspector's car.
mhm.
Stop. There's signs out all over the place for lawyers, pools,
You're
shamrock.
picking all that crap up too.
He drove right by two and picked up one on the corner of Ahern and,
Well, the guys were going out today, not only him, but Sean, you can't be, I wish, you could sit here and say, you know what, you
What I'm
passed that,
saying to you,
you
Tom,
pick it
is
up.
if he drives by two and then stops and picks up one, why did he drive by the other two?
I don't know, I'll have
Because
to ask
he
him.
picked up the one, I walk up the hill and I'm thinking, oh, they're all gone, and there's two on the right-hand side.
We do it, we help, because they're all over the place. I mean, there's a bunch of, we picked up a bunch today, they were all electrician school, and there's a real estate guy, and there's that.
There's a lawyer
and
as
Are
there's
well.
those
all
That's
supposed to
that.
put up their own signs though, the people that put
They're
them
not even
up?
supposed to be
They're
out.
not supposed to
They're
be
not
out, they're
supposed to be there.
non-compliant
Right.
signs.
There's a lawyer that puts one up every so often.
Right, and we pick them up, and then we bring them down
The pool, the
here,
dog,
and then
the
if they call
handyman
and
got
say,
all
do you
over
have
the
our
place."
signs, we try to address it.
But
But trust me,
DPW
we're-
drives all over the place every day. They just
I know.
pull them out of the ground. You know? The collapse on North Street, is that getting fixed?
The what?
The road collapse on North Street on the west
You
side?
mean
What do you
Tolman?
Tolman, yes.
Which
Well, it's
one?
North Street, it's not Tolman until after Ahern, correct?
Yes.
So, North Street.
Well, then we're talking two different things.
North Street ends at Tolman Road, right?
Correct.
Which starts at Ahern
Well, no,
Boulevard.
North Street ends there, then it's Tolman from Ahern to the town line.
So Tolman starts at Ahern?
Yeah.
Well, it's not what the sign says, I don't think. But anyhow, after the school on the left,
Yeah,
the road that
it's
collapsed.
painted, right now it's been sprayed,
Are they
it's
gonna
being
put a
addressed.
shoulder back in there?
whatever was taken, what happened was a truck went off the road, is what I was told. So.
I know what
At
happened.
the end of the day, yes, whatever needs to be repaired, the fill will be put back in there, 'cause it's a swale,
Right.
and it crushed, and then macadam fell. So they gotta fill it in, rock it, and do whatever they need to do to,
So they're gonna build the curb?
they're
put a
gonna
curb
build
in
it back up, yes.
Okay. So that's that. The storm drain at Ahern and North Street,
Yes,
they grounded,
yes,
We milled it down.
they
they
milled
milled
it
it
down.
down. Now, it's 2 inches lower than the storm drain.
Well,
So it's
from
still
that,
gonna come and flow over.
it should not.
We'll take a picture.
We'll
when it
take a
does,
picture,
okay?
we'll both be there, we'll take a picture together. I'll bring, what do you
All
think?
right, the
I'll
last
bring
question
soda or
is,
something.
did we take all the money from the 9 point something thousand we were using to pave the road, North Street?
Did we
all of
use it?
No, you said at one point we're gonna take what wasn't being used and put it in an interest-bearing account.
Right, we haven't received the money yet. Once we pay this particular contractor, that money, yes, will be put into an account.
Do we have to take all the money if we're not prepared to pay it out? Or can you take partial of it and leave the money sitting in the ban or bond without drawing interest? And take it when it's needed?
No, when you borrow whatever you borrow, $100,000, you get the $100,000. And then if you put it into your account, and then you pay down the contractors.
I thought we only drew it as we used it.
Well, yeah, you'll draw it as you use it, but it's better to be in an account for 4 or 5 months gaining maybe 4.5% interest.
What percent are we paying on it though, at the ban or bond?
We don't even have the money. When you say that, to me, we don't even have the money yet.
So if
when
we don't
get-
have the money, we can't be paying interest. So
Correct,
if
we're
we
not
take it,
paying
we're gonna be
any
paying
interest on
interest,
it at
and we're
all.
only gonna get 3% maybe. Rates are going down. The last money you took, we were paying over 7%, and you were drawing 5% from the bond, long-term bank account. It was a 2% loss. There was no gain on that money. And where did that money go? Where'd the 5% interest go?
To a project, if it was in that account for X project, that, all that money gets spent on it. So that's the reason to have it in a high yield account.
But you're still paying more interest by holding it than leaving it there.
Well, I can't pave in the wintertime, otherwise we would. And we've been doing our,
They're still paving all over the place.
yeah, but they close within probably 2 weeks, normally around Thanksgiving. And there was just, as you know already, we've talked about this, there was a lot of underground work that still needed to be investigated, so we know what the hell we got, because right now, nothing is making any sense.
All right, that draws me into another question for you.
Sure.
How many pages or chapters of the stormwater management book have been read? Has anybody looked into them, when things should be cleaned out, how often they should be cleaned?
Yeah, we're working with McGowan, Howard's, and Edsel, they are our MS4 leads, and we're meeting with them on a regular basis. I just went to a meeting last week on all the changes that are coming down the pike.
Well, even not just changes, things that should have been getting done on a regular basis, like the
Yeah.
hydrant flushing, them turning on
You
and
know
off.
that the
Shut-offs
hydrants
in
need
the
to be
street.
done twice a year. We're working on, all the catch basins need to be done every 3 years,
Yeah.
and all of the outlet,
Outflows?
outflows, inflows, and in a few years,
How
all
often-
that water needs to be tested.
How often do they need to be cleaned out, the outflows?
That I'd have to double check, I don't remember the exact number on that.
Because they weren't done for about 9
I
years.
would
before they
imagine
did
a couple
all
of
this.
years, kind of a thing,
Used to be done every 3 to 5.
you know,
I
somewhere
believe
there.
that's what it is.
But I've asked actually for McGowan Housing, that's all our guys, is to give us that chart, because no one seems to have, they have all the regulations, they'll throw them at you, but I want a chart, so I can sit there and say sidewalks or MS4, we need to do, you know,
You shouldn't have to sit there, that's why you have a highway superintendent, or supervisor, whatever it is. He should have that chart and say.
No, I know, that's what we're working
boom,
on.
Boom, boom,
I'm involved, he's involved, she's involved. We're all part of the MS4 consortium of our village. And we go to meetings, whenever there's meetings, we do them either online, or I was in town of New Windsor last week with a bunch of Orange County people, and just getting refed the same information that they want everybody to stay aware of, because what DEC did is basically take it and said, it's yours. This is what now you need to do. And everybody that goes there has at least 1 or 2 people that do this job full-time to stay in tune and current with everything that's going on. So, and we obviously can't afford 2 employees like that, so we're working with McGowan Housing and Edsel to assist us, and they're doing a great job.
So now, once you get all this information, is it gonna be put on a chart, and it's gonna be kept? Just like you said, some paperwork just showed up that may have not been lost in the flood. Is this gonna be something that's gonna be kept there, it's gonna be constantly used, or is it gonna be lost if we get a different administration? Because every time we get a new administration, everything has to start from scratch.
Well, this administration will help the next administration do what they need to do.
I hope
We're not
so.
gonna walk away. I have files that will be turned over to the clerk, and they can do, and I will make myself available, because that person, literally, unless they've worked in that job, will have no clue. And it's a learning, big-time job, huge.
Absolutely, it should be passed down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one
But
last
that's the
thing.
kind of guy I am, you know, I'm gonna help the next guy or woman, help them, whatever they wanted to do.
I don't know if you have in other times, but you've been in the administration here for a long time, Tom, in and out of the mayors, trustees, in the
Yeah.
town. Whether you pass it on then, I don't know.
Oh, I will.
No, I'm talking about back then. This may be a new you, I hope it is.
Oh, no, that was me back then too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would've. I did.
I don't know.
I did.
I never
If
asked.
Kevin needed anything when he came in, or Dave Hines came in, I made myself available. I didn't walk away. I didn't change passwords. I wasn't a putz. and I would do anything I could, because I love where I live and I love what I do. So, it's that simple. I'm not here to screw anybody.
Okay,
I love
one
this
last
place.
question, I can't keep adding stuff, is, you were talking about solar before, how old is this roof?
Needs a new roof, 20 years.
Okay,
We're missing a shingle here and there. We're missing some flashing here and there.
gutters are in bad shape.
So it's time for a roof.
We don't like the wind.
Don't like the wind. So that's why, part of the reason we are kinda, you know, I mean, electric is out of control. The state is doing nothing to help people. The delivery charges, I don't know what anybody's paying out there, but I'm at $350. Mine bill used to be $350. That's one side. And I'm gonna get an audit, and I'm going after them like guns a-blazing.
Is that
Because,
your house bill?
yeah, yeah. But every time I try to resolve it, it's like, oh no, well, you're using power. Yeah, like I'm in the 1800s.
Well, you know, like my neighbor that put a 220 garage heater and then left his garage door open, I wonder why I had a $1,000 bill, are you?
You got electric heat?
Nope,
So you're getting screwed.
no kidding, Paul, thanks. Paul, that was a good one, but
water bills have been.
I know that, I've been telling them for years. I guess I have to sue them or do whatever I have to do, I'm not quite sure, I'm working on it. But I'm done. This electric stuff is out of control. And for New York State to mandate anything that's built in New York City or anywhere else is gonna be only electric,
I think they
and
just
we don't
gave up
have
on
the
that.
electric to do it,
Yeah, they're giving up.
They give up on that.
well, yeah, they gave up because election time's coming. Just
That's
wait
quite true.
until the midterms happen, but it's still hanging out there. It's actually a lawsuit right now going on,
It's been deferred.
yes,
All right,
so we'll see.
I'm done, I apologize for taking up so much time.
Yeah.
You got it on.
Oh, I thought we were done. That's it. Yeah.
No, I'll be done.
So, are we having a public hearing on December 1st for this local law?
No.
No?
No.
I thought you said we were.
Which look,
The one that you said that wasn't published, so we couldn't have the public hearing
The
tonight.
film, the film.
well, no, also the code book,
Or the
Oh, the
codified.
code
because we don't have a resolution tonight, because I didn't realize it wasn't published until I got here. We don't have a resolution setting the public
So
hearing for
we
December
had the
1st.
public hearing on this one here that you gave me, right?
Correct.
We had the public hearing on
Yeah,
this?
I think you had 2 public hearings,
This
right?
is all done.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was past the last
Could
meeting.
I get a copy of this tomorrow if I come down?
You have it.
Oh, okay. But I don't know what local law it was. Do you know what local law is, what? 4?
Yeah, that was the last one, was
I think it's 5.
4, 5,
for me.
6, I got here, do I hear 6?
I'll give you 9.
What's that?
Pick a number, Sean.
Here,
I
this
I went
five
with
is the
9,
full
we'll just
name.
skip a
Do
few.
whatever you
This
want.
was the-
So it'd be 4.
Can
4.
we get a dartboard up maybe and just,
So
you know?
what, again, and when, and there are 10 people in this room, how many people here buy the Times Herald record on a daily basis?
Not even
Done that for
9.
years.
Okay, have it, right?
It became overly expensive. for
It's like
nothing.
$4 or $5, yeah.
It's
I
like
know.
5 pages long.
Yeah. All right, so, and I appreciate what they did at the meeting, they're trying to get these things, but just like you posted the meeting tonight, 3 days ago on the Facebook page, Village of Washingtonville, can we post, these notices on the Facebook page also? So people can see them,
Is there a problem? There's
No,
problem with
no
that.
problem at all.
Yeah, we do
It
it.
doesn't satify the notice requirements.
No, I
unfortunately.
understand it.
Yeah, by
you
all
still-
means, post
You
it
still
on-
have to pay the money to put it in the paper
Yeah.
that nobody reads,
Right.
Yeah, no
but
objection
just
at all
so
to
people
posting
can
it to
see
Facebook.
it and be advised of it.
Well, that's exactly what I mentioned, right? They wanna do, they want that stuff on your website.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't need to do anything.
And then you
beyond
don't, yeah, that'd be great,
You
that'd be
know,
great.
because when we send it to them, it takes, sometimes it can take up to
Public notices,
For the
draft
Times
notices.
10
Herald,
days.
You have to allow a minimum of 5
I understand,
business
but,
days.
Before it gets even into
the
the
point
paper.
is, nobody reads it anyhow.
I know,
Nobody gets the paper to read it.
I know.
I mean, I guess you can go to the
No, we go
library
on-
and pick it up and look at
You
it.
look at it online.
What?
You still have to pay. Look at it online, you gotta pay.
Yeah, you still have to
You
pay
gotta pay.
online,
It's not free.
subscriber.
Oh, I
You
pull
need
it
a
up
subscription.
online.
For the local
Times
law,
Howard
The
Record.
Times Herald
not for the
Record.
public notices, they're available.
Yes,
Really?
they are available because I don't. pay,
Yeah,
and I see
I've,
it.
I've accessed them many times just to see what,
Just at the Times Howard Record website?
correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, if memory serves, at the top, there's a notices, on the
Yes.
top menu bar, there's a notices. That is accessible without a subscription.
All right.
Yeah, and that has notices from everywhere around.
How about, and how about the update on the second floor?
We have cut the holes for the engineering firm, and we contacted them Friday, I think I contacted them to let them know that they can come. We're just waiting for an email when they're gonna schedule it.
And can we possibly contact your fellow people up at the town? They paved the road, they paved Tolman up there from Decker on up to the town line. But if you come down at night, like this time of night, how long does it take to put lines on? You really can't, you can't see. I came down here last night from, I came from, coming back from the other side of the river, and it was Sunday night when they had that storm. And it was dark, and you're coming down the road, it's pure black.
Yeah,
I mean, just throw a line on there?
I'll text Wayne and find out.
Yeah, I mean,
Normally, after they're done, they usually put those little hash marks.
they've got little things there to mark where the lines are
Yeah.
gonna go, but, like I said, it's dark up there, and you're
Okay.
coming down that last stretch.
Yeah,
And
I
it's,
haven't been up that
the
direction.
new asphalt is obviously black, and it's black out, there's no lights there,
Gotcha.
it's just a
All
little.
right. Yeah, as soon as I get to my desk, I'll give him a text.
I don't have as much as Sean.
I have one, I like,
Sorry.
and Lisa sent me, I gotta live on Belcourt. I'd like to know what the future project is at the side of our house, that runoff. It's a total disaster. They did, whatever they did in the cleaning wasn't done properly. The water doesn't flow, there's tons of, it's all like a mess of weeds and everything. That needs to be something thought about maybe for the spring, because the job was not done correctly. They dumped everything in the way back.
This was 11 Belvoir, you said?
I was on 20. I'm
You're
on that
20.
side runoff
That's
because,
the outflow
yeah.
I've been talking about.
Because what's
for
happened to
3
the
years.
outflow on the other side? That's not moving either, right? I saw them
No,
digging there one
no, it
day.
does. It
'Cause
flows.
I saw them digging one day on the other side, because that water wasn't flowing, like, you know how like it was all green
Oh,
and,
you're talking,
so I'm on the other end of it, and they
you're talking
came
the,
in.
by the Memorial
Right,
Park?
but I'm on the other end of it, and they came in and they was gutted the whole thing out and it wasn't done properly, and it's a mess
Well, they-
there.
Where, at your house?
On my side, it's a mess, it's a total mess.
I didn't know.
I
I
spoke-
complained
we
that
spoke
you,
about
and I
it.
complained
I
about
spoke-
before I saw
And I
it.
did speak to DPW about it.
And what did they
said
say?
this had gone back to, for some years, that they did address it, and he explained it to me, and he said he would have the conversation if you need any updating, but
But you just, they just cleaned it last year, they made a mess of it last year, that's newly done. That was totally gutted out about a year, I think it's a year.
Well, they did it about 3
3 years ago.
maybe
Right, so
4
3
years
years
ago.
3 years
They
ago.
did all of the,
But if they didn't do a good job, it wasn't done properly, and it's a mess there now.
yeah, that's
He
when they
explained,
redid all
he
of the.
explained why,
What was his reason?
but you didn't remember when, in our.
Well, we were at a function, it wasn't the appropriate place to
No,
talk.
no, no, I understand,
Right.
but I asked you if you wanted me to address it, but then you said you were gonna do it yourself, so I kinda left it
But
at that
I
point.
came here and didn't get anywhere, that's why I'm asking, that's why I'm here
Okay.
today, just
All right.
wanna know.
So let's just,
Let's go
yeah,
forward, what's
yeah,
the
going
plan
forward,
for
we'll
it?
stop at your house tomorrow and we'll check it out. If you're home, we'll
Yeah, that's fine.
knock on the door and take a look at what you're talking about.
It's run, like, it's
Go look at
fine.
Burn Allen
What's
Park
the-
outflow also, that's still clogged, nobody did anything.
The address, it's just so we.
I'm on 20 Billboard Drive.
Right.
My husband will be there like from,
I got it right here.
yeah, I mean, we'll be there till,
You there in the morning?
yeah, he'll be there. I'll tell him you're gonna come by,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right,
Everybody done?
what do you got, Bill?
A question and 2 suggestions. The question, is there a speaker at the Memorial Park?
No, sir, that is Taft School.
I can hear it at my house.
I could hear it in my house. I
Okay.
couldn't believe it. And I actually did mention it to the school.
Yeah, and
I
it's
said
not,
they-
it's not like it's faint, it's.
No, it's
distinct.
crystal clear.
Okay.
I get the high school and the middle school at my house.
When they tell me lunch is ready, I'm almost running up there. They
I
have
could not figure out if there was some
cheeseburgers,
event up
fries,
there,
and,
because they kept saying about like,
ice cream
everybody go
sandwich.
here, go there.
No leaves on the trees.
I was ready to
No,
go.
it's not recent, it's been going on for a
It
while.
goes
Really?
all the time.
Yeah.
We were at the 9/11
Make the
ceremony,
noise.
and and they were advertising their lunch. It was weird.
Can I ask Bill something? Do you hear the cars at night sometimes? Like race cars?
I don't hear race cars, but I hear the, let me call the juvenile delinquents who are riding
Well,
on
that's what I mean, yeah.
motorcycles, they live on Belmore.
Do they?
It's not me.
I don't
They're
know.
On
on
a
the
street,
street.
get off, will you?
Yeah, they're
It's
constantly driving.
Do you guys hear them? I mean, you guys live in the village, you don't hear them? I hear them, I hear the one guy about,
Motorcycles on
I asked,
94.
I asked Brian about it. I said, you could hear the guy going through the gears, he's in fourth, fifth gear. You could actually hear him going through the gears.
Oh, I live on Washington, Belmore corner.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm beyond
So I'm
you.
constantly hearing cars that are, everybody thinks that once they get to that stop sign, they got that clear area up to Ahern, they're gonna go as fast as they can because nobody can see them, there's no police there. So there's a lot of racing going on there, but there's two individuals that ride, one rides a little small motorcycle, he's probably,
It's an e-bike.
no, it's not an e-bike. This
Like
is-
a mini bike?
This is not an e-bike, this is gas
Dirt
powered.
bike.
And he's, it's a little kid dirt bike, but he's probably like 15, he's probably like 12, 13 years old,
Do you know where you live?
somewhere on Belmore.
No.
I don't know exactly which house on Belmore.
Because they come through my development too.
No offense, I never go down Belmore.
I don't blame you.
But I know it's over there
Motorcycles are
because
always
he just goes around and around and
That's
around
always
around
one.
Belmore and one. And he's got a cohort that
The
is
kid is only
riding a
about
quad.
8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he doesn't wear a helmet, I'll give him credit, he wears a helmet. And then there's another one with him riding a quad occasionally who's not wearing a helmet. It looks like he's in probably high school or close to that. Who breaks down a lot because I see him pushing the thing a lot as well. But regardless, they're loud as hell. So, and I mentioned this to Chris as well.
Yeah.
That, because it's just, it's not so bad. I mean, it's, I know when I was a kid, we rode mini bikes
Sure.
on the streets and things like that, where we could, but if I'm out on my deck having dinner, at 7 o'clock at night, in the summertime, I gotta listen to this going round and around and around. I just kinda wanna just shoot 'em. Okay, so,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He said chew
I'm
'em.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
You're recorded.
I'm not your lawyer, but I'm gonna suggest not doing that.
thank you for that. The other, so the suggestion, one is, again, the record, the time sheet record, it is probably the least read paper in the village.
I don't think I've
Because it became so expensive, and I know you're required legally to put in there, if you're going to do that, I'm not gonna look at their site every day to see if there's an item added to the legal notices, so maybe you could send out some kind of notification either on Facebook or whatever that blasting system is that you use that sends me emails.
Code
Yeah,
red.
Code red.
Something to say that we have posted a legal notice that, please go check website.
Okay.
Because I'm
You
not
can
gonna go
know-
look at their website every day.
You can sign up at the Times Herald Record to get the legal notices emailed to you.
Yeah, but I don't want- Can I distinguish where they're coming from?
I don't know that, I
I
don't
don't want
know,
the
but I
legal
do
notices
know
from
you
all
can sign
counties.
up.
I might want the foreclosure list of everybody, but I don't want the other things that are coming around, but.
I can't speak to the emails, but you can search by jurisdiction in the legal section. I've got it up
But I
right
don't
now.
wanna go there every day.
No, I understand what you're saying, but
Okay. The other suggestion, on Wednesdays, it's not prudent to send a sweeper out to clean the
We've
streets.
addressed that now.
Newcastle, the garbage cans are still out there at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, they're still out on the street because,
No.
I know, I haven't gone out yet, I'm not selling my coffee, so I haven't gone out to get mine. But I see him, he's got a skirt around mine, and everybody else who's, commuting to work and is home for the day. Tuesday, Thursday, fine.
To
Wednesday,
do
no,
it the
good.
days after, yeah.
Good point.
Good point, thank you.
Thank you for that.
Anyone else?
I just have one, when you're going out to look at the outflow that she's talking about, why don't you just go back down to Burn Allen and look at that?
Yeah, well,
That, I've sent in the 3 things, the outflow was in it, the other stuff was partially done, didn't even touch that.
okay.
Anyone else?
Speak now.
Forever hold your peace.
There's no one else here. unless, no.
Somebody in the back, waving their hand.
Okay. All right, if nothing else, thank you very much. We're going to go into executive session.
Personnel.
And
Personnel matters.
personnel issue, no decisions will be made. So, have a motion, please?
Motion.
Have a second, please?
Aye.
night, thank you.
Night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.